Alright, so welcome to Ghana's live coverage of the 2021-22 Ghana Premier League. Today we are doing the game between Asante Kotoko and Accra Sports at the Accra Sports Stadium. This is going to be the 199th meeting between the two biggest clubs in the history of Ghana football. My name is Joel Eshen, and joining me, I have two commentators here, OJ and then Emmanuel Lenin. Good afternoon, gentlemen, and thanks for joining me here. You've seen the lineup from the two teams. Emmanuel, I'll start with you. What can you say about the game plan of Coach Prosper Nate?
Looking at the game, the lineup of Asante Kotoko, it's quite clear. Prosper Ogumnate wants his team to dominate possession and then try to create from the midfield. And looking at the midfielders, you have Fabio Gama, you have Sharif Mohammed in there, and then you have Richard Boadu. So I'm expecting Kotoko to have the midfield. You have Fabio Gama replacing Richmond Lamptey from the first leg. You know, Richmond Lamptey played the first leg and he is injured. So in place of him, you have Fabio Gama. Then I think he's a perfect replacement. Gama has been inactive due to injuries, but I'm expecting him to have a good game. The last time he played against Hearts of Oak was last year when Kotoko lost by 1-0, and he didn't have a good game. So I think he should come good in this one, because last season he was the best player for Kotoko, but this season, due to injuries, we've not seen him that much, and I'm expecting much from him in this game. And the problem I have is the defense. You have Maxwell Ajiman replacing Ganiu, who is suspended, and he will play alongside Mubarak. And I think Mubarak, he's not a leader when you are talking about somebody to organize your back four for you and ensure that the team will be in shape in the defense. Mubarak is not the one to trust. And playing him alongside inexperienced Maxwell Ajiman, I think Kotoko will have a bit of problem at the back, and I'm looking forward to how Hearts of Oak will capitalize on Kotoko's center pair. But to the other side, you look at Hearts of Oak's attack, and there's no Kofi Koji. And you have a bit of, if you're a Kotoko fan, you'll be relieved, because looking at Maxwell Ajiman and Mubarak Yusuf, somebody like Kofi Koji would have been a problem for them. But if you are facing Kojo Obin Jr. and Isaac Mensah, I think you can handle them. So Hearts of Oak's attack is not that dangerous. But then you look at Daniel Efiri-Banye in there, who is able to identify spaces, and he knows how to position himself very well. He's very slippery. So I'm looking forward to how the game will pan out in that department, and how Kotoko's midfield will win the battle against Hearts of Oak's midfield. Nuruddin, who has been fantastic, you know, Hearts of Oak sees him as the replacement for Benjamin Efutu, and he's doing the work very well alongside Salim Adams and the guys.
Okay, so OJ, let me bring you in. What's your bite on the Kotoko lineup? Then we try and but the game has already, the players are on the page, so we will start the commentary in the next couple of minutes. OJ.
So looking at both teams, I mean, let's have a Kotoko. It is clear that they want to win this game at all costs. So bringing in Fabio Gama means they want to possess more, they want to create more chances. And then you look at their defense, they have new addition, that is Maxwell Ajiman. So we don't have their captain on their side, so it will be very difficult for them in terms of defense. But then the other side, we have Accra Sports, and then Patrick Razak is on the bench. This it's quite unfortunate that he's on the bench. Looking at what he did to them.
Are you relieved that he's not starting?
Oh yeah, as a Kotoko fan, I'm a bit happy, because he's very dangerous. Yes, he's a threat to our defense anytime, any day. So him being on the bench is quite relieving. So yeah.
All right, so let's go through the lineup quickly. Danlad Ibrahim imposed for Asante Kotoko. Imoro Ibrahim is the captain for today in the absence of Abdul Ganiyu, who was sent off in Kotoko's last home game. Richard Boadu, Mubarak Yusuf, George Mfwege, Fabio Gama dos Santos, Frank Etuga Mbella, Samuel Boateng, Christopher Nete, Maxwell Ajiman, and Sharif Mohammed will be the complete the lineup for Asante Kotoko. Accra has a vogue. Richmond in place for injured Richard Atta. captain Fatah Mohammed Glasson Awako Oben Jr., Robert Ado Soa, Mohammed Al Hassan, Daniel Efrie Bane, Isaac Mensah, Abdulaziz Nuruddin, Salim Adams, and Dennis Nkrumah Kosa. I would take your quick predictions, then we move straight.
For me, I would predict a drawn game.
A drawn game?
Yeah, although Kotoko would want to win, but I don't think Hearts of Oak will go down that slow for them. So I think the game will be a drawn game. Yeah.
Will be a drawn. OJ?
I see a goal scoring draw.
A goal scoring draw. All right, so goal scoring draw and a drawn game from OJ and then Emmanuel Enin. Thanks for joining us here. We are live at the Accra Sports Stadium and the game is underway, and Accra House of Oak needs to be careful at the back. But the pressure from Fabio Gama and Samuel Boateng paid off. And the Porcupines will have an attacking throw in the ball, taken quickly by Mo Ibrahim, swinging inside the 18-yard box. But Robert Adosoa and Fabio Gama is inside the box. But the Phobians clear the alliance and the boy is still in danger, Mo Ibrahim. And that's what's supposed to be the first goal.
Yeah, that should have been the opener for Kotoko. And Mo Ibrahim, that was a good run by him, taking Hearts of Oak defenders by himself and getting close to the goal. And I think he should have done better with his final kick. I think the ball hits the post.
Hits the post.
Hearts of Oak are lucky to escape the first goal.
The Phobians are lucky. The Phobians are lucky. That's the Porcupine Tertiary. They are always present for the home teams. House of Oak now building. And from commentary position, the Phobians playing from left to right. Kotoko are hitting from my right. And they are scoring on my left from commentary position. House of Oak building. Salim Adams picks up the ball from captain. But the Porcupines are pressing high. They are winning all the 50-50 balls. House of Oak are yet to cross the center half of the pitch inside the first 4 minutes.
It is clear that Hearts are feeling very calm. They have nothing to lose. So
definitely, the Ghana Premier League table also shows that the Porcupines have nothing to lose except the rivalry between the two teams.
You think they have nothing to lose? Even if they win the league and they fail to beat Hearts of Oak, it will be a defeat for the Kotoko fans. And they would want their team to beat Hearts of Oak at all costs, because last season...
Kotoko breaking away. That was timely intervention by Robert Adosoa. He's been fouled by Samuel Boateng. And the referee will call in favor of the Phobians.
Yeah, it was a good call. Free kick, Samuel Boateng tripped Robert Adosoa. Good call by the referee.
Good call by the referee. And these two teams, 21 Ghana Premier League titles for Hearts of Oak, 24 for Asante Kotoko. The last time the Porcupines were able to defeat Hearts of Oak in Kumasi was in 2012. Porcupines won that game by 2-1. And in 10 good years, Fabio Gama, so far he seems to be the difference. Post Fanati is not impressed, despite the fact that they've had much of the ball. Hearts of Oak trying to calm themselves down in the game. Dennis Kosa works in the ball, finds Kojo Bin Jr., Isaac Mensah on the left side, and the House of Oak are inside the 18-yard box. That was a very poor ball from Dennis Kosa, and a very good save from Danlad Ibrahim. And now Kotoko are building the attack again. Frank Etuga, Bell. Etuga.
That was a poor ball. That was a poor ball. He could have done better.
Dennis Kosa could have done much better with the ball.
But,
Look at that.
Joe, I think I like the approach of Hartlepool. They are calm and they are, with their build-up. They know what they are doing. They are not in a rush. They build up slowly from the back, identify the spaces, look at Glasgow. He timed his runs very well. I think Hartlepool, I love how they've approached the game. Kotoko want to score first and then try to settle down with their game plan. But Hartlepool are taking their time and they want to grow in the game as the games were on.
They want to grow in the game. But if you just join us, we are live at the Accra Stadium. Goalless after 7 minutes of action. Sharif Mohammed was hoping for a foul against a challenge of Glasgow, but the referee decided to ignore enhanced folk who have an attacking throw-in. Kosa picked this one up wearing the 45 jersey, was part of the Black Stars team that defeated the Super Eagles in goal and away goal rule to qualify the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Hopefully, he makes the cut for the Mundial in November with consistent performance in the Ghana Premier League.
Yeah, a consistent performance will give him a slot in the squad. And I think I'm happy for him. He has it on his CV that he is a member of the squad that qualified Ghana to the FIFA World Cup in 2022.
Moro Ibrahim wearing the captain's handband to Sharif Mohammed. Sharif will decide to go his right. Christopher Nete will pick this one up, driving the ball forward. Nete finds George Mfege around the House of Folk 18-yard box. But the ball from George Mfege deflected House of Folk and landed straight into the waiting arms of goalkeeper Richmond I. Hans started the build-up again. But the Kotoko defense has been able to clear the lines. But the Phobians will have an attacking throw in again. George Mfege, one of the best signings of the season, alongside his countryman Frank Etuga and Bella, scoring 13 good goals in front of the Babayara crowd. He was a mere passenger in the 2 games at the Accra Sports Stadium. Captain Fatah Mohammed whips in a very poor ball.
That's the downside of Fatah Mohammed's game. He will give you a lot offensively, but when it comes to crosses, he fails in that department. And I think he should have done better with the cross. He just whipped in the ball aimlessly, targeting no one, and allowed the man to grab the ball.
They were looking at the game quietly. We see Kotoko want to score first and then unsettle Accra Sports. But we see how it all pans out.
Just join us. You can hit us on Twitter. Hans Volk and Fatah makes a mistake. But that mistake from Mohamed Al Hassan, he couldn't pay for it. But Kotoko coming up again. Christopher Nete. So far, we are not getting quality crosses from the lateral defenders, both Christopher Nete and Fatah Mohammed. They've been poor inside the first 10 minutes. But Salim Adams was the best player in the President Cup against Kotoko. He is in this game again. And Nordin driving the ball, finding Kojo Bin Jr.
That was
a good interception.
Very nice one.
Mubarak receive. Fabio Gama showing his quality in Asante Kotoko are up. Etuga was challenged by Dennis Kosa, and Samuel Boedu is furious with his players.
I think Hartlepool needs to calm down in defense. Their defenders needs to be focused because they were left off the hook when Mohamed Al Hassan committed that mistake. And when Fabio Gama played the pass, their center pair were nowhere to be found. And I understand the frustration of the coach. You know, you can't lose your head in a game of this magnitude. You have to be focused and then know where you will be on the pitch. You have to be positioned at the right place at the right time in the game.
You have to keep your head in the game. So far, it's been quite a battle between Glass Awako and Richard Boedu Agadas. Mohamed Al Hassan has been left off the hook after committing a blunder at the back. Daniel Efrie Barnier so far is yet to announce his presence in the game. He's been one of the most consistent players in the Ghana Premier League Super Cup. Miscommunication again from the House of Folk defenders.
I think their back line are shaking. Everybody is shaking. They need to calm down.
I'm wondering why they are shaking, because this is not a full packed Babayara. Then Agadas around that Sheriff decided to.
That was a poor ball.
Go for a short one.
The one is warming up. I think Razak can't wait for his time. He can't wait for his moment. If you talk about Kotoko Heartful games, players who have impact or have left a mark in this kind of fixtures, you talk about Patrick Razak and then Daniel Efrie Barnier. I'm hoping if he can replicate what he did in the President's Cup when he gets the chance to play in the game.
Patrick Razak broke the heart of Porcupines. Now Frank Dassimbella trying to, and Tuga was able to get the ball, but he couldn't get it on target.
Kotoko need to take their chances. The chances are coming, and when you keep on squandering the chances, Heartful, I think this season, although they've not scored many goals, I think if they are able to create the chances Kotoko are having right now, the game will be a different story, because the chances are coming for Kotoko, but it seems they can't find the right touch.
Chances coming for Kotoko. They've been the better side. House of Folk trying to control the tempo of the game. Awako finds Nordin inside the half of House of Folk. Nordin back to Glass and Awako. And Awako will find Dennis Kosa. Kosa will try to find Daniel Efrie Barnier, but if Barnier was prevented from reaching that ball, and that means Kotoko build up again. House of Folk. Glass in Awako got ball. Yes, that would have been the first goal in this game, but Daniel Efrie Barnier knew that he was way offside.
This is what Daniel Efrie Barnier brings to the table. He knows how to make good runs that midfielders will find him with the right pass. And you could see he made a good run, but this time he was too fast, and then he was caught offside. But if Samuel Bodu, if this is the game plan, build up through the right or the left, and then whip in the ball, then why not start Kofi Koji in place of Isaac Mensah?
It's a penalty.
And we have our first penalty inside 15 minutes. Fabio Gama was brought down.
This is what you are about to do. Fabio Gama was about to create chances, and then looking at this, let's take a look at the penalty very well.
He didn't touch him. He didn't touch him.
I think we have to get a close shot. Then
He didn't touch him. He didn't touch Gama.
You can pass our final judgment
This can't
on
be
it.
penalty.
It was too soft, Joe. It was too soft.
But whether it was soft or not,
Was there a
Nordin
contact?
Abdulaziz has been booked, and this referee might be the man of the match after this game. He might be the story.
But the first thing I'm trying to get is, was there a contact? And per the replays that I've seen, I don't think there was too much of a contact.
I'm not even sure that anywhere on the pitch this
not
doesn't
sure.
warrant a foul.
I'm not sure. This shouldn't have been a penalty. But it is what it is, and I'm looking forward to how Kotoko will take the chance. This is the moment you have to take the lead. You have your home fans backing you, so if you take the lead like this, then you can settle in the game and then push for another goal. But the referee had it wrong with the call. He had it wrong.
Yes, but the referee has the final say. And Frank Etuga Mbella, this might be a chance to go 16 goals after match day 24. Etuga against Richard Ayi. Ayi was a goalkeeping hero against Sharks. And that's the first goal for Asante Kotoko. Frank Etuga Mbella made no mistake. The goalkeeper went the other way and he decided to slot the ball at the back of the net. And the fans are jubilating. They don't care whether it was penalty or not.
I think
but they have the first goal.
Though this is what he's known for. Anytime he plays in Kumasi, at least he tries to score, and then he has done that today too.
For me, I think it was a beautiful spot kick, dispatched beautifully. And I think, although it wasn't a penalty, but I mean, who cares? Kotoko have the lead. And I'm looking at how they will build on it, because you've taken the lead 17 minutes. You have to build on it, get maybe a second goal. Then in the first half, you can after the first half, you can relax and all that. But the referee, compared to Sinogbe, who officiated the first leg, he had the applause after the game. But I don't think the referee will give a good account of himself.
I'm sure that referee Paddy might be the story.
Yeah, he will be the story after this game. And you think, do you know, last season Hartlepool had lots of penalties, and Kotoko fans were complaining that the GFA is backing Hartlepool to win the league. And I don't know how Hartlepool
are going inside the 18-yard box, but Daniel Efriye-Bania was denied. That could have been the perfect reaction, but the Porcupines have their head in the game. Now trying to go again. Nordin Abzu loses possession to Richard Boedu. Boedu is furious with referee Kennedy Paddy. He believes that shouldn't have been a foul.
It's not a foul.
But George Mfwege needs to be careful. This is his second offense. There should have been a yellow card.
That was ridiculous. It was way needless. He has already lost the ball.
As the folk were awarded the foul, but the resulting kick has been wasted. And the Phobians are not giving up. I mean, you see, until the bones are rotting. Never seen that.
I mean, you cannot doubt Hartlepool because they've not lost at this venue since 2020. They have a record. Although they are down, but the record still remains there.
The record still remains Hartlepool. Daniel Efriye-Bania needs to check his runs.
I mean, to understand what Bani wants to do, he wants to get a goal at all costs. Because looking at the previous games, he scores whenever he misses Kotoko. But then he needs to calm down.
Bani needs to calm down. And he definitely needs to make good runs to avoid being caught behind enemy territory. In 20 minutes, Frank Etuga's penalty in the 17th minute has still been the difference. Nordin Abdulaziz was flagged by referee Kennedy Paddy in the 18-yard box for his tackle on Gama. Still going forward. Isaac Mensah trying to take 3 Kotoko players all by himself. But he has been dispossessed, and Fabio Gama was able to hold that play very well.
That was beautiful.
And Kotoko coming up again. And Samuel Boateng will attack from the left side and will try to cut in to find Gama. And Robert Adosoa was able to clear the ball. But Kennedy Powell, was a foul to Hans Volk. Samuel Boateng, Okocha fouled Fatau Mohammed in an attempt to win the ball during the tussle. Glasson Awako. Awako gives the ball away and Agadas finds Moro Ibrahim. Moro to Samuel Boateng. Kotoko dictating the pace inside the final third, making it difficult for the Phobians to warm themselves back into the game. But the fans seem not impressed, despite the fact that they are leading.
Yeah, Kotoko is leading, but you can see Kotoko are not in total control of the game that the fans would want them to be. They are playing at home. We are there to support you, but still they are not having the control. You quite remember the last season at the Accra Sports Stadium, Hartlepool dominated the game and then won. So this is what the fans also expect.
Hartlepool inside the 18-yard box. But what a timely intervention from Mubarak Yusuf. Ball still around the penalty area of Hartlepool. Christopher Neti finds George Mfuege at the right side. But Kotoko decided to maintain possession and invite the Phobians to attack them.
That should be a foul. Yes, it is.
th meeting. This will be the 200 between Haas and Kotoko. Ghana Premier League Super Class started during the Gold Coast era. These two teams have really made their name in Ghana football. 45 trophies combined. It's definitely going to be 46 trophies at the end of this season. The Hans of Oak will break away. Kojobin Jr. He has been dispossessed by Richard Boedu and Kotoko trying the long balls. The Hans of Oak struggling to pick the second balls, but Mohamed Al Hassan did very well this time around, and Haas attacking a free Bani against Richard Boedu. Boedu fouls.
I think Boedu needs to calm down. He needs to calm down to avoid yellow card.
I don't think this is a foul. It was a clean tackle. He got the ball, he didn't get the man. So this shouldn't be a foul. I think the referee, the penalty call is affecting the referee's scores in this game. And I think this shouldn't have been a foul at all.
The players need to calm themselves down. Samuel Boateng, they call him Okocha. He scored in the President Cup. He got the equalizing goal before Patrick Razak nailed the game. But Glasson Awako will take this corner just around the 18-yard box of Kotoko, but they clear the ball. And Hans of Oak in the 18-yard box. Fatau Mohammed was not able to make that chance count. He should have at least forced a save from Danlad.
You can understand Fatau. He's strictly right-footed. He's a right back. And he got into a position where he was forced to use his weaker foot. And we've not seen Fatau use his left foot that much. So I can't fault him for miskicking that ball.
Samuel Boedu, would this be his first Ghana Premier League defeat to Asante Kotoko?
Yes, Prosper Nete want to win have won over Samobodu. You know, they've met I think 4 times, and Prosper won over Samobodu when he was Wafa coach. But
I think House of Oak last game before they were crowned champions. They lost.
That was the only game he beat Samobodu. So I think he winning his second game against Samobodu, and it's been Kotoko's first win over Samobodu, will be a great achievement for Prosper Nati.
It will be about done 26 minutes of action. The former Asante Kotoko defender Samuel Inkum is part of the matchday squad of Accra House of Oak after returning to the Ghana Premier League close to 15 years. Leaving the shores of Ghana to the Swiss League to join FC Basel. And Kotoko needs to be careful. You cannot be giving away free kicks around the penalty box, around the zone for Glass in Awako. You definitely don't want to do that.
Glasner Awako is a set-piece expert, but this season he scored his first goal of set-piece. Or
no,
for
it was a long range.
It was a long
against
range. Okay.
Mina Sharks.
But since he left Olympics, he's yet to score from a set-piece. Yeah. And I think this is a kick that Salim Adams will fancy because he has the drive, he has the power to shoot from long range. So let's see if they can take advantage of this free kick.
Salim Adams, boy from New Edubiasi, now playing for House of Oak on loan. Sharif Mohammed has also been booked after. Mohammed Al Hassan in the 17th minute, 28th minute, Sharif Mohammed has been booked. Now Kotoko will have to defend this free kick. And Salim Adams will go for the power.
But this ball was going to trouble Dalan Ibrahim. It was a single shot. I think it deflected on its way, so I can understand why it went that way.
The tempo of the game seems to be down.
This has been the tempo. I think, yes, there's been a first goal within 20 minutes, under 20 minutes, but I don't think we've enjoyed the game that much. The flow of the game hasn't been enjoyable. So I think this has been a tempo. It's not like it started with a high tempo, and after Kotoko scoring, it has dropped. I mean, this has been the tempo.
Fabio Gama forced a very good save from Richmond Ai.
That was a beautiful shot and a beautiful save, Joe. I think Fabio Gama is living to expectation. He was brought to do this, and then he's doing exactly what the coach told him to do.
Porcupines will have another bite at goal with their second corner in the game. Ibrahim Moro will take this one again. Second goal for Kotoko will make it difficult for Asofok to come back into the game. And Richmond Ai should count his stars that Sharif Mohammed couldn't get proper touch on the ball.
Richmond Ai miscalculated the ball, and I think Sharif Mohammed, he should have connected the ball well, because that was a great corner kick by Imoro Ibrahim, and this should have been a second goal for Kotoko. And if Kotoko, this ball should have been in the net, then it would be a done deal for Kotoko. But still had to have the chance to come back in the game.
Asofok were hoping to get a penalty, but referee Kennedy Paddy decided that play must continue. The Porcupines got a free kick. Mfwege decided to take it quickly, but he couldn't achieve its intended target. So many quality players in this game. Exception of Fabio Gama, we are yet to see the likes of Nordin, Abdulaziz, Salim Adams, Mubarak receive, brings down Isaac Mensah.
I think that is Maxwell Ajama.
Maxwell will have free kick again. And not making good use of the set pieces. Probably that is why when we go to Africa, it becomes very difficult for us. Fatau whips in the ball straight. Isaac Mensah attacked the ball, but he lost the battle to Maxwell Ajeman.
If you are a Heart of Oak fan and you are watching this game, you will miss Sule Muntari, because where Heart of Oak are winning the free kicks, Sule Muntari would have done way better with the dead balls. You know, Heart of Oak have scored two goals from corner kicks, and Sule Ali Muntari has assisted those two corner kicks.
Those two corner kicks to Isaac Mensah.
I think if you are a Heart of Oak fan, you miss Sule Muntari in this game. Looking at where Heart of Oak are winning free kicks around the 18-yard box, I mean, they would have definitely scored one.
That was the Bania incident. Maxwell Ajeman had no contact with him, but Robert Adusowa is being replaced early with Caleb Bamankwa. I don't know if he is injured.
Yeah, I think so. I think Robert Adusowa is injured. Yeah.
Adusowa is injured. He will be replaced by another experienced defender. Now we have the water break, 1 minute in favor. And our pretty sisters also are representing good.
Yeah, they are in the stadium, they are watching. I think this hasn't been the game we all anticipated. We anticipated a good game because the Accra Sports Stadium, the pitch is it's okay, and we expect both sides to sell a good game. But the first half, I think there have been too many fouls in the first half, and it has affected the flow of the game. And I understand, because Kotoko want to win, and both sides are aggressive for the win. So I understand the fouls, but I think the coaches should work around it and then let us enjoy the game, sell a good football. But so far it has been the Fabio Gama show, and he has had the impact in the game.
So far it has been a Fabio Gama show. Samuel Nkrumah started warming up. He might not get the reception he wants from Kotoko fans.
Definitely he's not going to get the reception he wants.
But he said they shouldn't blame him, they should blame the CEO.
He denied that statement. Or?
He didn't. He released a statement, then he deleted that, I think after an hour. So it means that...
But all you know, he didn't return to Kotoko, and he is playing for Heart of Oak. Can you understand, if he doesn't get the warm reception he wants, it means moving to a rival club, having played for Asante Kotoko, definitely they are going to boo you or whistle you.
We're getting the one who asked, these are not the same teams who played in Accra in the President's Cup?
The same teams, but I don't know. Today the game has been some with me. I've not enjoyed the game. 35 minutes, and you don't see the clear plan the coaches want to play. If you look at Kotoko, what's the tactical approach of Prosper Ogumnati? What does he want his players to do? You look at Heart of Oak. You don't really see the plan of Heart of Oak, and I think we've not enjoyed the first half. I'm hoping maybe it might be the same case at the Presidential Cup, where the first half was flat but we had a better second half. So let's see.
Let's see if we Barnier up against Maxwell Ajiman again. That should have been a corner.
Joe, I think we should applaud Maxwell Ajiman because the Kotoko defense is not it's not lacking in terms of tackles. I think they've not missed their captain so much. Maxwell Ajiman has really stepped in.
Maxwell Ajiman is replacing Captain Ganim, who was sent off against Karela United weeks ago. Kotoko using the long balls by Caleb Amankwa.
That was beautiful from Caleb Amankwa. That was very beautiful.
Calmly intercepted that ball and kept it under control for his teammate. Mahazavok struggling to hold on to possession. Approaching the 40th minute mark. Kotoko breaking up again. George Mfwege had a clear option to. That's another silly tackle again. Is that Moro or
No, Christopher Nete.
Christopher Nete? That was a very silly tackle.
Let's look at the replay. I don't think it's a 50-50 challenge, and you can't fault Nete.
No, he didn't have the ball, so you don't. If we have VAR right now, he might be sent off.
No, he went in for the ball. He lost.
He went in with the two legs.
Joe, this was a 50-50 ball, and then you can't fault any of the players.
The coaches are feeling the pressure at the stadium.
They are feeling the pressure, but we can't see their signature in the game. We can't see what Samuel Bodu is doing with Hearts of Folk in the game. Neither can you see what Prosper Nate is doing with Kotoko in the game. It's like the players are playing from what they know. I don't know how to describe it though, but I think we've not seen the coach's tactical approach. That is what we want to see. And if that comes to bear, it means we will enjoy the game. They have to do more in the second half.
They keep showing the penalty incident. Might be the topic after this game.
If I'm the referee, obviously I won't whistle for a foul on this. And Christopher Nete goes in the books. Yeah. So he's good.
Yeah, that's why I said that if we had VAR right now, Nete would have been sent.
But from the replay, I can't fault him. It's either he slipped. It wasn't like he went in for Salim Adams. If that was the intention, then it would have warranted a red card.
He went in for the ball. He
Yeah.
went in for
The
the ball.
replay
The replay
clearly
if
shows
we had
he was at
VAR,
fault,
he would have been sent off.
It is true. It was too harsh on Salim.
And the game is back. Hazebo still struggling to swing 5 passes together.
Same as Kotoko.
Wondering what the two teams did in training before this game.
Joe, when you look at this super clash, it is not an easy game because everyone wants to win, especially when Kotoko wants to win to climb as their league trophy, and then House wants to avoid defeat. So it will continue to be a no affair.
But you avoid defeat by playing better.
Even Kotoko, who are winning at this moment, they are not playing well. So I'm pushing all the blame on the coaches. I'm expecting a different game in the second half. Just hoping that the second half will be way, way better than the first half.
Hoping that the second half will be better, but we are 4 minutes away. That's added time from referee Kennedy Paddy. dealing with this game, and Danlad needs to be careful. You don't want any Edward Mendy situation here again.
Not at all.
Fatah Mohammed needs to step up as a captain. Moro Ibrahim to pick up this attacking throw-in for Kotoko.
That was a wasted goal.
You can send us a message via our Twitter handle at the Ghana Web. It's not been the game that we expected. But we've seen a goal, and Dennis Kosa finds Glass in Awako. And Fatah Mohammed needs to take this one. But the Hansel captain fails to force Danlad into a save. You definitely have to get these balls on target.
It should be on target. If you're, the modern game requires a right back to have a better shot at goal from this position. And I'm really disappointed in Fatah Mohammed.
Experienced player in his position should do better. As of all, going again, Obin Jr. Obin Jr.'s pass to Salim has been intercepted by Nete. Nete opens up play to the right side. The ball back to Nete again. Nete thought he was Roberto Carlos or Frank Lampard.
Another right back for the other side.
It seems that the two left backs have not been bad, but the two right backs, both Nete and then Fatah, they've been poor.
And they've played for the Black Stars before. They are Black Stars players.
Black Stars material. Attendance is not very impressive. But what changed from the Black Stars to Kotoko? Because the Porcupines, they've been playing well. They are leading the Ghana Premier League table. They've opened, I think, 12-point gap.
If you look at Ghana against Nigeria, and you compare it to Hearts of Oak and then Kotoko, I think you'll be making a mistake, because from Ghana and then Nigeria, we have our rivalry already. There's a lot
but it is
things.
not bigger internally than Hearts of Oak and Kotoko. We saw what happened in Accra.
No, it's not bigger than Hearts Kotoko, but you look at the league currently. Look at how the league has been, the euphoria around it. You know, so I think the promotion didn't go well. They didn't plan well. I mean, there should be a laid down procedures to lure the fans into the stadium. I think they didn't do it, and this is the result.
We do 3 more minutes. Referee Kennedy Paddy says we have 3 more minutes of added time. The penalty goal from Frank Etuga. And let's talk about Etuga real quick. 16 goals for a player making his debut appearance in the Ghana Premier League.
Yeah, obviously he's giving a good account of himself, and you know there were doubts that signing a player from Cameroon, a player who we barely knew about him, and he had a lot of criticisms going his way. But I mean, he came in and he is the marksman for Kotoko, scoring goals and all that. So I'm impressed, and I'm just hoping that Kotoko can keep him for another season. You know Kotoko. I mean, if you have a good season, definitely you are going to go.
That wouldn't be possible.
They are going to cash out on him. But I'm impressed with the impact he's had for Kotoko. He settled in very well, and he's playing well. I'm really impressed.
Frank Etuga Kotoko fans were rooting for him to be called by Rugobert's song during the FIFA World Cup playoff against the Algerians.
Maybe his moment will come. Let's see. Maybe his moment will come.
His moment will come. Maybe he needs to show it in the CAF Champions League. As it stands now, everything shows that the Porcupines will be playing in the 2022-23 CAF Champions League. And Hearts of Oak are hoping that they could join them in the Confederations Cup by winning the MTN FA Cup. And they first have to clear Sky FC in the semi-finals of the competition. Now building again, Maxwell Ajiman seems to be getting the nod over Daniel Efriye-Barnier in the last couple of minutes.
I think Maxwell Ajiman had a good game so far. We've not missed Kotoko skipper at all.
The throw has been taken quickly. Fatah Mohammed again sending in bad balls inside the Kotoko box, making it very easy for Danla to deal with it. But Christopher Nete loses possession to Dennis Kosa. It's like the Hearts of Oak players, when they get the ball, they don't know what to do with it.
And it's surprising because they started well. They were the team that I think they had a better build-up. But surprisingly, after they conceded a goal, it seems everything has scattered for them, and I don't know what they do with the ball when they have it. They just, it's either you try to dribble or you try to find someone in space. They don't play according to plan as they started the game.
Joe, I think Kotoko's tactics helped them because looking at the first 15, 20 minutes, they wanted to score first to settle the Hearts team, and then that is exactly what they've done.
Referee Kennedy Paddy has checked his time, but Hearts of Oak will have the last bites of this game. Maxwell Ajiman intercepted the ball, and now Hearts will have a corner. Can they get a goal? Glasson Awako whip this one in. Awako, Hearts of Oak players miss, and now Kotoko can get the chance to attack. Time up by the referee. Another poor ball from George Mfwege, and referee Kennedy Paddy ends the first 45 minutes of the game between Hearts of Oak and Asante Kotoko at the Accra Sports Stadium in Kumasi, 1-0 in favor of the Porcupines. 16 minutes, Fabio Gama got a penalty after he was challenged by Abdul Noor-Zine Aziz inside the 18-yard box. Frank Etuga decided to step up and score his first goal in the Super Clash, making it 16th for the Ghana Premier League season. Gentlemen, we are done with the first. Before we go for the break, let me take your bite. Then when we come back, we will look at what we expect from the two teams in the second half.
Yeah, it was quite a different game compared to what they played in the first leg at Accra. Like I was at the stadium, and then this game is quite different because you could clearly see both teams are struggling. You cannot say Kotoko is playing this or is playing that, and then Hearts do the same. But then one thing I noticed was that Kotoko wanted to score first too and settle the Hearts team, and then that is exactly what they did. Looking at Fabio Gama, he's been fantastic. I mean, I understand why Coach Prosperity brought him before this game. I mean, he played I think a game before this game, and then I heard he was not fit, but then he had to play. I understand why Mudasuri is on the bench, but then I think Mudasuri needs to come on in the second half to strengthen the midfield in terms of tackles. And then I think Maxwell Ajiman has also been fantastic. Ganiu's absence has not really affected the team, looking at how Maxwell Ajiman is playing. So I think Kotoko deserves this scoreline. Yeah.
Ivan?
If you ask me to pick who between the two, who has been the better side, I will tell you none, because it has been a poor game, and I've talked about it already. But I have one or two players that I have to comment. Maxwell Agyemang, for instance. I was talking about his pairing with Mubarak Yusuf, that this is the first time they are playing together, and I was looking forward to how they will fare in the first half. And they've proven me wrong, and I think they've had a good game, Maxwell Agyemang in particular, because he has kept Daniel Afriyie in check, and you can see Daniel Afriyie has been quiet in the first half. So I will commend Maxwell Agyemang for that performance. And then you look at Fabio Gama, who has been the main man for Kotoko in this game. He has been creating chances. He's been at the right place at the right time, making dashing runs, finding spaces and all that. So I think Fabio Gama, it has been a redemption for him, because the last time he faced Hartlepool, he had a bad game.
Complete disaster.
Yeah, he had a bad game, and I think today has been a different game for him, and he's giving a good account for himself. But if you talk about Hartlepool, I think it has to be Nuruddin Abdulaziz. It always has to be him. He has been the standout performer for Hartlepool. Then you talk about the rest being lost on the pitch. They don't know what they are doing. But I think I'm expecting a different tactical approach by both coaches, because this is not the game we expected. We expected a nice game, the game that they sold to us in the Presidential Cup, the game that they sold to us in the Ghana Premier League, where it ended goalless. So I'm expecting a different tactical approach in the second half.
He's expecting a different tactical approach in the second half. 45 minutes of action inside the Accra Sports Stadium, and Kotoko are leading by a lone goal. Penalty goal scored by Frank Etuga Mbella to make it 16 in the season. This has been Ghana's live coverage of the 2021-22 Ghana Premier League. Today, we are doing the big game, the Super Clash. But 45 minutes, Kotoko is leading. We'll be back with more after the break.
From the dawn of time, people have engaged in several businesses. With the onset of technology and innovation, life has relatively been made easier. By using debit or credit cards,
mobile banking.
Thank you. And your favorite, mobile money?
Tech has indeed married business. On BizTech, we spend time with faces behind known and upcoming businesses in the country.
Learn more about the new technologies and innovation,
as well as find out about the trending issues in the world of business.
Join us as we serve you with a variety of compelling interviews, projects, and others right here on Ghana Web TV.
We table issues relating to the arts and entertainment for a riveting discussion, of course, without fear nor favor.
The question the presenter asked them was a dumb question. You need to speak the fact and move.
Varied views. We agree to disagree.
So I would disagree with everything you said. I think that he's a smart guy. I think what he did.
No, but I also said he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
I guess that I'm waiting for the what next.
Yeah, I don't think that we have to wait for what next.
It sometimes gets confrontational, but that's the beauty of the game.
Today you funny face. It's not my brother. Funny face. I don't know him. You don't know funny face. It's not my brother. You don't know funny face.
It's a package. We meet, we sit, we dialogue, we learn, we progress. My name is Benefo Wabin Abrantepa, a proud blogger, and this is my forum.
After 250 years, I was the first of my family to return. Well, of course, it was a very profound moment. Anybody that undergoes a journey like that knows what we're talking about. And during that visit, you know, I wanted to help other Balanta people make that connection. And that was the real sort of purpose of that visit. But in the process of doing that, I actually met with the Minister of Sport, who knew about my swimming background. I had come out of retirement and I was swimming what they call masters swimming, which is for like older people that are swimming. And I had won 4 silver medals at the Masters World Swimming Championships. So in meeting with the Minister of Sport, he was like, you know, how would you like to represent Guinea-Bissau in the Olympics? And I was like, right, are you serious? That would be like
brought back an old dream.
Yeah, brought back an old dream. That would be one of the greatest honors. Now, by this point, you know, I'm not competitive enough that I could compete for a medal.
Right.
But at the same time, I was fast enough that I could compete. I wouldn't finish in last place. It wouldn't be an embarrassment. I would do Guinea-Bissau proud.
Right.
After 250 years, I was the first of my family to return.
Wow.
Of course, it was a very profound moment. Anybody that undergoes a journey like that knows what we're talking about. And during that visit, you know, I wanted to help other Balanta people make that connection. And that was the real sort of purpose of that visit. But in the process of doing that, I actually met with the Minister of Sport, who knew about my swimming background. I had come out of retirement and I was swimming what they call masters swimming, which is for like older people that are swimming. And I had won 4 silver medals at the Masters World Swimming Championships. So in meeting with the Minister of Sport, he was like, you know, how would you like to represent Guinea-Bissau in the Olympics? And I was like, right, are you serious? That would that would be like
brought back an old dream.
Yeah, brought back an old dream. That would be one of the greatest honors. Now, by this point, you know, I'm not competitive enough that I could compete for a medal. But at the same time, I was fast enough that I could compete. I wouldn't finish in last place. It wouldn't be an embarrassment. I would do Guinea-Bissau proud.
We table issues relating to the arts and entertainment for a riveting discussion, of course, without fear nor favor.
The question the presenter asked them was a dumb question. You need to speak the fact and move.
Varied views. We agree to disagree.
So I would disagree with everything you said. I think that he's a smart guy. I think what he did.
No, but I also said he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
I guess that I'm waiting for the what next.
Yeah, I don't think that we have to wait for what next.
It sometimes gets confrontational, but that's the beauty of the game.
Today you deny funny face. It's not my brother. I don't know him. You don't know funny face. It's not my brother. You don't know funny face.
It's a package. We meet, we sit, we dialogue, we learn, we progress. My name is Benefo Abrantepa, a proud blogger, and this is my forum.
From the dawn of time, people have engaged in several businesses. With the onset of technology and innovation, life has relatively been made easier. By using debit or credit cards,
mobile banking.
Thank you. And your favorite, mobile money?
Tech has indeed married business. On BizTech, we spend time with faces behind known and upcoming businesses in the country.
Learn more about the new technologies and innovation,
as well as find out about the trending issues in the world of business.
Join us as we serve you with a variety of compelling interviews, projects, and others right here on Ghana Web TV.
Welcome back from the break. You're still watching the live coverage of the 2021-22 Ghana Premier League between Hearts of Oak playing as the away side at the Accra Stadium against Asante Kotoko. We go straight back to the stadium where the second half started some few minutes ago. It's still goalless, 1-0 in favor of the home team. Kotoko, first half penalty. converted by Frank Etuga and Bella. Now the positions have switched. House of Oak now playing from right to left, while the Porcupine is defending in front of the Asokwapo, wearing their red jersey. And Dennis Kosa will pick this throw up inside the 18-yard box. Maxwell Ajiman seems to be in pains after clearing that ball from danger.
This is the second time he's going down after this type of interceptions. I think he's injured.
Maxwell Ajiman having pretty good game so far, winning the battle.
Yeah, he's won the battle between him and Daniel Efriye Barnier, and I think it will be disappointing to end his game on this note with the game he's had so far. I think if he's injured and needs to be substituted, Andrew Sapel will be his replacement, and he has played the Kotoko House game before, and he has the experience. So in place of Maxwell Ajiman, you have another trusted centre back, but he will pair with Mubarak. He has played with Mubarak before, so that one too, you can trust him in that position. So I think if Maxwell Ajiman can't continue and Appel replaces him, it will also be fair.
Joel, and I think aside Appel, there is this guy, Justice Blay. I think against Kim Faisal, he paired with Mubarak. So
but are you going to risk that against House of Oak?
Prosper Nete would never risk Justice Blay in the
Corner has been taken quickly inside. And the game is still in play for House of Oak. Can they get the equalizer? There is Emirates pass to Glasson Awako, the Phobians. Takes control of possession again inside the 18-yard box. Kojo Bin Jr. Glasson Awako has been brought down. Referee Kennedy Paddy is not ready to make another mistake again. Muhammad Al Hassan needs to be careful.
I like how Hartlepool started the game. Yes, they are pushing for an early equalizer. So I think I'm looking how Kotoko will remain resolute in the early minutes, because in the early minutes like this, your opponent will come at you, throwing everything at you for an equalizer. So I'm looking forward to how Kotoko will shape up, and then
Barnier inside the 18-yard box finds Bin Jr. But Bin Jr. shot been deflected to corner.
The chances are coming for Hartlepool, and this makes the game enjoyable because there's plenty chances to talk about. That was a good block by Mubarak Yusuf.
Good block, and the man has been introduced. Mudassiri Salifu to bring stability in the midfield. Glasson Awako whips in the corner. Defended by Kotoko. Fabio Gama gets a bite. And House of Oak inside the 18-yard box for Tao Mohammed. House of Oak keeping the possession the last couple of minutes. Nuruddin Azin goes down, but referee ignored. He's up on his feet.
I think Mudassiru replaced Maxwell Ajiman.
Meaning that Mohamed Sharif will go back.
Will play again. Will pair with Mubarak Yusuf, and he's versatile. He's a player that can play multiple positions.
He just came in and he has been injured. Mudassiri Salifu. It will be a big blow for Prosper Nante, but he has quality players. Justice Blake can step in.
In terms of midfield, Kotoko have the names. They have quality in terms of midfield. So if Mudassiru is also injured and he has to be forced off, then Justice Blay also comes inside. But for me, I think Mudasiru is one player that has been unlucky in terms of injuries. And I mean, it will be disappointing. He came on few minutes ago, and you have an injury and you have to be forced off, Charlie. It's very disappointing to see.
Will he be able to continue the game? It looks like he will be able to continue.
If he does, it will be a plus for Kotoko because he's one player that can bring the control Kotoko needs in midfield. You know his quality. He's that type of box-to-box player. He win Kotoko the second balls. Then if you are able to win the second balls, that is where you get control over the game. That is where you get to, have more of possession. So I think if he is able to continue, there will be a plus for Kotoko.
Looks like Dasiru will be able to continue the game. Game resumes. Moro finds George Mfuege at the right side of the House of Oak defense. Mfuege has been fouled around a very dangerous position, about 2 meters away from the House of Oak box, and they need to be careful.
Though I think there was a first foul which the referee didn't see. And then
yeah, the foul on Frank Etuga.
Yeah.
That went at the blind side of the referee, and he didn't see. That was a clear free kick incident over there. But I don't think the foul on I don't think the tackle on George Mfege was a foul. But that's on Frank Etuga and Bella. That one was a foul, and Salim Adams should be in the books for that infringement.
Moro Ibrahim will fancy this one. Against Ken Visor, he took 3 free kicks. He scored 1. Goalkeeper Frank Boateng made a good save. The third one hit the pole.
He's a free kick expert, and modern day fullbacks, you expect your fullback to be good with set pieces, and that is what Kotoko have in Moro. So let's see if he can make this one count.
Moro Ibrahim against House of Oak War and Richmond IE. Moro whips in this one. Missed the pole, nearly.
That was close.
And Richmond IE can thank his stars. He was off his line, and that ball gone on target. We have definitely been the second goal for Kotoko. And that's a good control. And Salim needs to be careful. Salim is dispossessed. Kotoko attacking now. Agadas. And Caleb Omankwa will come as possession for House of Oak. But then again, Glass and Awako. Awako decided to go long trying to find Daniel Free Barney, Mohammed Sharif, rather.
I think I like the tempo in the second half. I like the tempo. The tempo is up, and it has been end-to-end stuff. And I think the early minutes in the second half has been good.
The early minutes inside the second half, we've done 14 minutes. House of Oak being the better side in the second half. But they need to keep their house in order. They've done a good job on Fabio Gama so far inside the second half.
In the second half, I think Nuruddin is doing a good job on Fabio.
Fatao!
At least this was quite a nice one compared to the previous one this is done.
This was good. This was good. For the first time in the game, he's been able to execute a good cross. Let's see if he can execute another one with a corner kick.
Fatao take this one again. Whips in the corner. But Imoro got the touch.
Well,
and House of Oak might be in trouble here. And what a poor ball from Etuga.
That was very poor.
After doing the do on Fatao. And Barnier trying to go The long ball. But Danlad was up to the task. Two players down. But Imori Ibrahim is attacking. Left side, ball to Fabio Gama. Gama finds George Mfuege. And Mfuege will find Fabio Gama inside the 18-yard box. But the shot from the Brazilian goes way off the goal post.
Clearly, you can see Nuruddin is keeping tabs on Fabio Gama. Now he's timing the runs of Fabio Gama. So you see Fabio Gama has been silent in the early minutes. Let's see if he can continue to do same throughout the remaining minutes.
So I think Fabio Gama is doing what he did last season. People great chances, dribble, but then when he gets to the final third, the final decision will be a problem for him. This is what he's doing.
Two players who are on the pitch, they've been taken care of for now. We can go again, Hands of Oak. Losing 50-50 balls inside the midfield. Kotoko, and also taking advantage of the defensive lapses of Hands of Oak. Mohal Hassan has not been the Mohamed Al Hassan we saw in the first leg and in the President's Cup. Patrick Razak is being prepared. The left side of House of Oaks defense has always been solid, and Dennis Corsa driving again. The Phobians lose possession by referee, who want to pay attention to the injured Glasson Owako.
When Owako was down, House of Oak had the ball. Why didn't they stop the ball? You see, some of these decisions will hand the referee at the end of the game.
Glasson Owako finally made his Black Stars dream whilst playing for Great Olympics. And now it seems that it's going to be impossible for him to get back into the team if he continues to play like this.
I don't think it's impossible because there's still 9 or 10 matches to play in the league. If he gets the chance to play and he's able to impress the technical team of the Black Stars, I think he will be called just like Dennis Corsa. So it's about getting the opportunity and letting it count. So for now, you can't tell that it's impossible.
Dennis Corsa,
to play 3 games on a bounce, win man of the match, I think he deserved it, and he got into the national team. If Glasson Owako is able to give the performance he gave to Olympics within that period that he ended the Black Stars collab, I think yes, he will be included in the Black Stars team.
Joe, I think Owako wouldn't have a chance in this team because there is the agenda where people want the foreign players in. I mean, the likes of Odoi, Inaki Williams, so Owako wouldn't get a chance in this team.
Samuel Boedu is preparing to bring 2 men on. Hands of Oak and Daniel Free is inside the 18-yard box. That was a good timely intervention from Mohamed Sharif. He seems to have settled in well as a centre back.
Yeah, he's one of the players that's making good case for lower tier players. You know, there was that narrative that players that plays in the Division 2 are not quality enough to play for Heart of Oak and Kotoko. But if you look at Mohamed Sharif and what he's done so far, he's making a case that yes, there are players who play in the lower tier, but if they are given the opportunity to play at the top level for the top clubs, they can also show their quality. And I think I'm happy for the young man.
60th minute. Hands of Oak are preparing to bring 2 men.
The assistant coach is on Samuel Nkum. Samuel Nkum is coming. I think I would prefer Samuel Nkum over Fatah Mohamed. With what Fatah Mohamed is doing in a game, and the quality of Samuel Nkum.
And then there's Larry on the bench.
Larry is better than both.
Larry is not good in terms of offensive. Offensively. No. Larry Smaila is not good. Offensively.
I agree with him.
Offensively, he's not good. And that is where you are a goal down, you need a goal. And the plan of Artefo is to use the laterals, either Dennis Kosa or the right back. And Fatau is not giving you the game you want him to give. So why don't you introduce an experienced player like Samuel Nkum? No, this is the same thing people were saying about Suleiman. Yeah. So let's see what he can add to Artefos game. The same way Samuel Nkum is Samuel Nkum.
Why?
So just give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's see.
George Mfrege battling with Dennis Kosa. And Kosa is always making a statement that you can never use my area. Won the ball for Hans of Oak. Finds Mohamed Al Hassan. Hassan opens up play to Fatau, captain. Fatau to Isaac Mensah. Mensah might be playing his last minute because Patrick Razak is being prepared. Salim Adams wins possession to Barnier. And Barnier will try, I don't know, another Roberto Carlos look alike.
That should have been a 1-2 between him and Salim Adams. Why would you go for the glory from that point? And he didn't even get the right technique.
Frank Lampard.
No, I think he's a player that always scores against Kotoko.
Patrick Razak is coming up. They call him Omotoyosi. And he tweeted before the President's Cup. Have you heard the news?
Nkum for Glasgow. That's an interesting change. And I'm looking how.
So it's not a lie to like. It means that.
Is he going to play a 3-back?
When House of Oak are defending, it means Fatau will join the midfielders. When they are attacking, he will withdraw for Nkum to go forward.
I'll see how they will line up tactically on the pitch, but I think it will not be a flat 4-back when they are building up. It will be like a 3-back system. And no, okay, now Fatau Mohamed is playing in midfield.
Frank Etuga, aside scoring a goal, thanks to the bad decision of referee Kennedy Paddy, finally been able to get a goal. And Danlad Ibrahim, he said before the game that he hopes to keep a clean sheet in this game.
Yeah, keeping a clean sheet against Artefok is always a plus, and he will be proud of himself to keep a clean sheet.
Very reckless from Kujo Obin Jr.
I think Obin Jr. should be careful. It's already on the look at. He should be very careful.
He should be out of the game.
Very needless. 65
minutes, he's contributed nothing to Artefok. So why don't you bring in your top scorer?
And see, that brings me to the question that when Kofi Koji scored the 7 goals, Etuga had only scored 4 after match day 9. Right from match day 9, we don't know what happened, but Kofi Koji has not been a starter for House of Oak again. I think from match day 9 to match day 24.
And still we don't know what's going on between him and the coach. But the last time against Ashgold, he came from the bench and assisted Daniel Friyebane for a goal. So you need him. He's the top scorer. I think he has the most goals involvement in the team. You are down by a goal.
And even in the league, he has 7 goals. The second one is Friyebane with 5. And Patrick Razak has already started taking the Kotoko players all by himself. And Patrick Razak doing what Razak does best. He can dribble everybody on the pitch. Patrick Razak, he is like the Ghanaian brother of Adama Traore of Barcelona.
Maybe Callum Hudson-Odoi.
He's not a Callum Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi is far better than Adama. Richard Boedu Agadas keeps complaining. He has been complaining right from the start of the game.
He's been yellow carded, and that's Richard Boedu. Every game he has to see a card, and I think that's not good for him. He has to work on his disciplinary behavior. I think the second half has been good compared to the first half, because the second half the energy level is high, the tempo is high, and because Hartlepool are pressing and they are pushing for a goal. But still, I'm still trying to understand Samuel Bodu's change. Playing Fatah Mohammed midfield. I'm still trying. If this doesn't go well, I know he will get the backlash from the fans.
66 minutes of action. And per the rules in association football, the Porcupines are on their way getting the maximum 3 points. Samuel Nkum finds Barney a free back to Nkum. Nkum's cross has been well dealt with by the Kotoko defense. Samuel Nkum played 2 FIFA World Cup with the Black Stars, 2010 and 2014.
Now Kotoko are going to defend.
They are defending, yeah, they are going to defend.
Trying to manage and get the maximum 3 points. That's the plan.
That tells you the quality of Patrick Razak, because they are bringing 2 men to handle him.
Yes, but Patrick Razak is on that side, but
Samuel Nkum works in the ball.
We also look at Samuel Nkum. If you give him too much space, he will swing in a good cross, and Hartlepool could get the equalizer. So I think it's a good change, introducing another left back who can cover up with together with Umoru.
Kotoko defenders so far. Patrick Asma, Fabio Gama inside the box. Fabio Gama! What are the Hartlepool players doing?
They thought
they were thinking an offside. Yeah, they were thinking it was an offside.
It's clearly not an offside. So
Dennis Costa was what was he thinking?
I mean, after all, people are not there. Kotoko go in again.
1 minute to be Apollo.
Patrick Asma finds George Tuga to Imori Ibrahim. Ibrahim wanted to whip it across, but he's been stopped. And the ball is stolen in the hands of Ogaf. George Mfuege, a foul, but on his way down, he made sure that Richmond High could have something to do. That was a good attempt from.
Yeah, it was a good improvisation by George Mfuege. He was already falling, but he managed to get his ball on target, and you have to commend him for that. Kotoko have a corner.
70th minute, Porcupines still leading. Imoro will take this corner. The ball has been cleared by Caleb. It's still forced to Fabio Gama. Gama's shot was blocked by Caleb Omankwa. Kotoko still trying to use the long balls. And the Tuga is all over the place.
It's Mfuege. I think Hartlepool players are tired. They seem tired to me. I don't know. But I feel they are tired, and Kotoko are much more in control. And if that's the case, then I think Kotoko needs to calm down. Just 20 minutes. Pass the ball among yourselves and then wind down the clock. They are already tired. They barely do
changes
anything with the ball.
I've worked so far. Patrick Razak has been flagged. Omotoyosi, you should check your hands. We are Timo Bernard. Offside, you knew that the ball was coming. So you just...
And he is faster than Christopher Netti.
Yeah, so...
Just be on side. Maintain your position. No matter where the passer will place the ball, you know you are faster than your marker. I mean, this is basic things that wingers keep in their heads. And Patrick Razak, no wonder he came from Royal Asante.
Razak. Ejenim Boateng is also preparing to come on. Are we going to see another goal?
Yeah, with how the game is going, I think we may see a goal out of nothing, because we've seen moments where George Infege almost doubled the lead, and we had Fabio Gama also had an opportunity. So probably we may see another goal out of nothing. But from the way the game is going, I think it will be difficult. It will be difficult.
Clearly don't know what the two teams want, whether they want to draw the game. The energy level is very low.
Yeah, it started well. With the early minutes, the energy level was high. But for now, it's gradually declining, and I think Hearts of Oak need to match up Kotoko's energy, because now Kotoko are in the lead, and they wouldn't push themselves that much. But you are rather down. You have to go the extra mile and then get the equalizer.
But why is Obin Jr. still on the pitch?
That's a question only Samuel Bodu can answer, because he I don't know, because he always stick with Kojo Obin Jr. Yes, Kojo Obin Jr. is good. He has a powerful left foot, but I don't think he offer much in games than Kofi Koji. For me, I still can't understand why he prefers Kojo Obin Jr. to this one, Kofi Koji. I still don't understand.
Two more changes for Hearts of Oak. Ejenim Boateng and Kofi Koji. They've been introduced. Ejenim Boateng finds Patrick Razak inside the 18-yard box. Razak couldn't go past Richard Boadu. Fabio Gama will dictate this ball. So far, the Hearts of Oak defenders, that was very needless for Caleb Amankpa. He's lucky to have escaped that. And Caleb was trying to find Kofi Koji. But Koji needed to fight with Mori Ibrahim to get that ball. That was a smart attempt from Mori Ibrahim to delay the run of Kofi Koji. He's the top scorer of Hearts of Oak. There's Patrick Asma. Which in the left side crossing ball back to.
We saw a similar case during Ghana, Nigeria.
What was Costa doing?
Hey, Eddie. We hear the Black Stars.
Abeime Drogba has been introduced by Samuel Boadu. Daniel Efriebania finds Samuel Nkomu. Nkomu finds Kojo Obin Jr. Jr. to Kofi Koji. Ejenim Boateng will fancy this one. Goes back to Samuel Nkomu inside the 18-yard box.
That was a clever pass by Samuel Nkomu. That's what he brings to the table. You know, he is experienced defender, and he's able to think faster in critical situations like this. And I think his introduction is really helping her to focus.
As opposed to in the 18-yard box. Mohamed Al Hassan driving the ball. But what a good tackle from Mudassiri Salifu. And Salifu couldn't get Frank Etuga. The Phobians regains possession. Dennis Kwasa will try a long one, but this definitely cannot do anything to Danlad Ibrahim. Not when he's eyeing a call up to the Black Stars.
This was no way going to trouble Danlad Ibrahim. Not at all.
Dennis Kwasa. Referee Kennedy Paddy. And this brings me to the question people keep asking that why do we need to always introduce new faces to handle Kotoko and Hans? If you go to England, El Clasico, we know that the top referees are the ones who always handle El Clasico. Why is it that in our case we always want to give it to newcomers when the top guys are there?
I think because England, Spain, they do it, doesn't mean we should also do
no,
the
but big
me,
games.
I think
big games are for big referees.
For me, I think the idea about the FA giving such games to new faces is just to give them the exposure. Yes. No, but I mean they are new and they need the exposure.
No,
so
but
I won't be hard on the FA for these decisions. But I think it's okay. Let's see what they are also able to do, because at the end of the day, you need them to prove that they are ready for what they are or what they are ready for the job. So you need these games to prepare them. You want your
you miss this chance.
You want your referees to be included in the AFCON and then CAF matches and all that. If you don't give them these games for
but my question is, in Ghana we have only one first-class game, which is this one. If you want to prepare them, we have other second-class games like Kotoko Ash Gold, House of Folk Olympics, Brekum Chelsea Bechem. Why don't you give them these games and then you give them? Because I'm not sure that Daniel Ayew would have made this mistake.
Joe, it's normal for referees to make mistakes. It's normal. Daniel Ayew made a mistake, I think last season, Kotoko and then Ash Gold. He should have shown a player red card. He was the last man, but he didn't. So it's normal for referees to make mistakes. But I think giving these games to new faces is also to give them the exposure and then tell the CAF and then FIFA that you have referees that are ready to handle big games. So if they are able to handle the first-class games and handle it well, I think it's okay. We shouldn't be hard on.
They said I should tell you that, oh boy, we don't have world-class referees in Ghana.
Yes, we don't have.
As it stands now,
we don't have.
As it stands now, Daniel Ayew is the only one we have. He officiated, I think, a game in the AFCON.
So you want?
So you give him this because it's the duty of the Football Association to create big referees.
And so, this is how you create them.
No, but
if you don't give them the big games.
But how do you create a big referee? Now you push Daniel Ayew to the African stage. He's not up there yet. You have to keep pushing him. So you drop. Now, you drop Daniel Ayew, and you are bringing another one. Huh?
Listen. Daniel Ayew has seen it all. We need to give the other ones to.
Daniel Ayew has seen it all, and now Kotoko are going again. But Frank Etuga has been flagged. Daniel Ayew has seen it all. Yeah, Daniel Ayew was the linesman when, pardon my word, women were officiating football games. You have fun. He was not part of the referees.
I was speaking in context.
No, but you said Daniel Ayew has seen it all.
I didn't land. In our league, he has seen it all. So we need to give the other referees a chance. You understand?
The only way Daniel Ayew can climb the ladder further is CAF games.
No, but
GPL first-class games wouldn't do anything to him right
exactly now. What I was saying.
The last Kotoko games placed him on the list of CAF. So he needs more CAF games to place him on the list of FIFA.
And
that's how you climb the ladder.
And he will only get that if he continue to get games like this.
Continue.
The referee needs to calm Fabio Gama and Caleb Amankwa. They need to calm down. You're bullying a Brazilian, so he also needed to do something. That was very needless from Caleb.
That was damage.
The tussle between Caleb and then Fabio Gama, it looks like a giant, and then
I think David and Goliath issue.
Inside the final 10 minutes,
there's a player down.
Emmanuel Kayeke
will come on for Fabio Gama. Yeah.
Come on for Fabio Gama dos Santos. The Brazilian magicians, the Kotoko fans, were hoping that he will be called into the Brazilian national team last season.
Come on. That wasn't going to happen.
I think everyone has the chance to dream, so it's okay to dream. You dream big. So, but today's game, Fabio Gama, he's been fantastic. He had a very good first half, but the second half he's been slow because Samuel Boadu did a good job on him by giving Nuruddin to him to keep him in check, keep the taps on him, track his runs and all that. But you know, he had a good game and he's been substituted at the 82nd minute. And I think it's okay. It's okay for him.
Fabio Gama had a very difficult game in Accra last season against Benjamin Efutu-Korte. It looked like the battle between Ander Herrera and then Eden Hazard when Jose Mourinho was the manager of Manchester United.
Jose Mourinho is the best manager when it comes to assigning players to opponents' key player. He does it very well. You know, when he was at Real Madrid, you know what he did to Lionel Messi. Yeah. Sergio Ramos was following him everywhere. So I think Jose Mourinho, when it comes to man marking a key player, taking him out of the game, no one does it best than Jose Mourinho.
Hazebok looking forward to get a foul. Playing Mohamed Sharif's tackle on Kofi Koji. The referee Kennedy Paddy awarded the foul to Koji, and Hazebok will have a chance at goal again. Samuel Nkomo will fancy this one. What a story it will be. But in 2010, Diego Forlan scored from the same position.
Why?
What is Danlad doing? Danlad needs to be careful.
What's happening?
What happened between Kofi Koji and Mohamed Sharif? I think Kofi Koji is still angry with the tackle he got from Sharif Mohamed, and Danlad, being the youngest on the pitch, he should be disciplined. He should respect the elders. But he's always quick to start the fights. He did the same thing against Elmina Sharks. And one will ask, why is it that he always takes the younger one on the pitch? Because is Danlad not 18 years old?
Danlad is 18 years.
18, so 18 years playing against
no.
your forefathers. So why do
you need your goalkeeper to be confident. You know, you need your goalkeeper to be confident, no matter his age.
Samuel Nkomo,
he has to control the back line. So
then he scores up behind this one. Samuel Nkomo whips this one in. Danlad Ibrahim was able to stop that from entering Patrick Razak. And Razak has been body checked. Shouldn't that have been a foul for Razak?
That is why he ignored the foul on Frank Etuga. I think the referee wants the game to flow. We have about 5 minutes.
He wants the
game to flow.
Samuel Nkomo.
No, I think
oh.
I need to consider my earlier comments.
Yeah. You are still doubting Samuel.
Like,
Hatofok had countless set pieces in the first half in good positions, and they were not able to utilize any of them. Samuel Nkum, he's had his first one. That was his first free kick, and it was on target.
As a book, are they looking for a goal or shot on target?
Oh, it was on target.
No, but are they looking for a goal?
That
or
was
shot?
a teasing ball for a heart-to-foot player to connect. But Daniel Ibrahim had his position right, and he.
Every minute you see the polo sellers passing by.
1 minute to the other polo.
Every minute you see them passing through, and they are serving the fans. And I won't be surprised that they will be selling one for 5 cedis.
Yeah, at this moment,
at this moment,
Joe, I agree with you because during the Ghana-Nigeria game of Kumasi, I was at stadium and then I bought a sachet of water for 3 cedis.
Huh?
So,
sachet water?
Yeah, for 3 cedis.
Sachet water?
Yeah, it was even hot. Oh, Ghana, it was even hot. It wasn't chilled.
And House of Folk are going, Abaime Drogba. That was very poor ball. From the mind, the Phobians are hoping to rescue them at the Accra Sports Stadium. House of Folk need to releasing the ball quickly. Patrick Razak stopped by Mo Ibrahim. Now Emmanuel Kayeke will drive the ball forward. He's been fouled by Jenim Boatin Kayeke. It's a huge prospect was coming from Karela.
Yeah, if you followed Kayeke, his progression from Unistar, he was stepped to be one of the best midfielders we have in the country because he's a player that gives you a lot defensively and offensively, and he has power. But all of a sudden, I don't know where all that qualities. I don't know where it is right now. He's struggling at Kotoko. I'm just hoping that he can get back to his old Kayeke that we knew at Unistar to Karela, where he was the main man for Karela. That earned him the move to Kotoko.
I think when he came to Kotoko, there were a few injuries that laid him back a bit. So it's quite understandable.
89th minute. Seems that Samuel Boadu is few minutes away from losing his first game as a coach to Asante Kotoko in the Ghana Premier League. Can they get something back? Never say die until the bones are rotten, or the bones already dead.
The bones will rot today.
January free Barney, rejected by Kotoko, picked up and polished by House of Oak. Has been punishing them ever since. And Dennis Kosa drives this one in. Makofi Koji heckled, and then Agada has cleared the ball. House of Oak will bring it forward again. Mohamed Al Hassan to Samuel Nkum at the far right. Samuel Nkum.
I mean, Joe, looking at this ball, Mudasiru also did well.
Samuel Nkum had a clear option, pass.
But he won a free kick.
Free kick back.
No, he won a free kick in that situation. Right?
Free kick.
Yeah, I don't think it will go down as a good debut for him because I mean your first game you lose the game against your former club, and I'm just waiting how Kotoko fans will react after this game because Samuel Boadu's famous quote will come. Even if I use the Arias, Kotoko can't score me and all that. So after the aftermath of the game will be very interesting.
I'm sure that he will blame the referee. And he will be right to do so.
Obviously, you will blame the referee, but on a day, if you look at Hearts of Oak, you would know they didn't play well.
Poor, both Kotoko and Hearts, they've been poor. If not for the penalty, I don't see a way that any of these two teams would have been able to score based on what we've seen.
Kotoko could have scored.
From which chance?
I think
Fabio Gama
had a couple of
and
chances.
then George Mfege. He had empty net. The goalkeeper was already down. So if we talk about chances, the clear chances both sides got in the game, I think Kotoko had better chances, and you give it to them in that regard that they were slightly.
And 5 minutes, Dennis Kosa wins possession in Hands of Oak, and that's a good clearance from Danlad Ibrahim as he continues to make a claim for himself in the Black Stars. Good build-up play from Dennis Kosa, and Daniel Referee Barnier comes face to face. Barnier. Oh, Barnier.
Was that a two?
So you can understand why United fans were blaming Maguire for the ball yesterday. It was a similar situation.
We are definitely not talking about Man United here.
It was a similar
we are definitely not talking about Man United.
But then it was similar.
I'm not accepting it. We are not. I can't even ask him. Danlad Ibrahim, there's nothing wrong with him, but trust him that he's going to delay about 2 minutes.
You should understand, there's too much pressure on Kotoko, so he gets us to
the look
delay the game.
on Patel. What do more for say? Let me hear from you. Let me read some of the comments coming through. Charles Nyanten watching all the way from Germany. He says Kotoko all the way. This one is Nana Kantababa. Hey, 1 minute to I'm watching you live in Tepa Hafu. In Okata Odenche, I'm saying 100%. The last days, I'm enjoying the commentary. Kwame Afre, Kotoko should defend this goal if they cannot score more. It seems that they are on their way to pick the 3 points. Kwame. Nana Emeritus, watching you from Dubai. Fabu all the way. What you Dubai there? My tonka. Dubai there.
Unchanti.
Dubai there. My tonka. Dubai there. How the NCB aso. November Rebecca Kata. 1 more minute. I don't understand why people go and watch Asante Kotoko and they are wearing Chelsea and Arsenal jersey. We need to find all these people. House of Folk, last bite, Patrick Razak. Oh, Patrick Razak. From Mohamed Al Hassan. House of Folk, can I go Samuel Nkum? Cross Benny. Nkum is crossing the boss. Action stance now.
I think this is a bookable offense.
Danlad is being fouled by Oben Jr. We've done 95 minutes of action. Referee Kennedy Paddy will be ending the game anytime soon. But Samuel Buedu takes first defeat against the most successful club in the Ghana Premier League, record holders with 24 titles, about to win their first Ghana Premier League title since 2013-14 season. It's been 7 years, and now the professor comes to rescue them. But we'll look through the other results. Some of Buedu's favorite coach. Even if I use players from my junior team, they cannot beat me. But they say talk is cheap. show working?
Oh, he's done a lot when it comes to playing against Kotoko. He's a man Kotoko have failed to beat in the last 8 meetings. So I think he had the right to brag about Kotoko not beating him. Even
and the way the Kotoko bench are ready to celebrate, it's as if this is a cup game.
I mean, they know they'll win the league, and then winning the league without defeating Asofok it's a continental job. So you should understand their joy.
Danlad is up. Let's go. We'll go through the other match venues, but let's try and end things at the Accra Sports Stadium. And Danlad doing the Akokompe dance. Whips the ball in. Dennis Kosa having a go with George Mfuege. Has a vote, and it seems that the time the referee intends that the time that Danlad delayed.
Yeah, obviously you have to play that minute because he went down before
93rd minute.
The 95th minute. We are more than the 5 minutes he added on. So we have to play that minute, and that's what the referee is doing.
97 minutes, approaching 98. Free kick for Hazavo. Samuel Nkum. Fancy this one again.
He's the best set piece taker in the team right now.
Kumasi Adam. Now it seems that there is no way back for Hans Volk in this game. Prosper Nate Ogum, professor at the University of Cape Coast. The lad can delay time and see if he was trained in North Africa. And that's the end of the game. Referee Kennedy Paddy ends the game, and now Danlad Ibrahim is celebrating with the supporters. Look at that. What a way to win the first Ghana Premier League trophy after 7 years. Beating your rivals, has a vote to do that.
But they've not won the trophy.
As it stands now,
there's still
they are runaway league leaders. Prosper Nate will not spend a second in Kumasi if he bottle this. He will not spend a second in Kumasi if he's not able to win this. Now let's go to the other match venues before we come back and then wrap things up and leave here. Dreams FC at the Theatre of Dreams. They drew 1-1 with 11 Wonders. Great Olympics beat Diana Stars by 2-1. Elmina Sharks, Kim Pfizer, they lose at the Papa Kwesi Indum Stadium. Mediama beat RTU at the Akun Community Park in Takwa. Brokum Chelsea get the nod over Legon Cities, beating them 1-0. Gold Stars lose away to Bechem United. Guys, 90 minutes, 1-0 in favor of Asante Kotoko.
For me, we shouldn't kid ourselves. This wasn't a good game at all. This wasn't a game that we all expected. This is a category A game, our biggest game on the calendar.
It sounded more like a category C.
And you don't want your category A game to pan out like this. I think anyone who watched this game wouldn't be impressed. But for the Kotoko fans, they will be happy because at the end of the day, they had the win, and that is what matters most. Now they are 8 points off the second place, that is Bechem United. They are runaway winners, and this is how they wanted to win the league. Obviously, they are close to winning their 25th title, and beating your rival Hartlepool to win the title in this way. I think it's very nice, and it's a nice feeling for the supporters. You know, Hartlepool did the same to them last season, and they paid them back. That's a perfect revenge because Hartlepool won 1-0 at home, and today Kotoko also won 1-0 at home. Now, the other thing is, for Prosper Ogumnati, he has won his second game against Samuel Bodu, and he is the man who has orchestrated Kotoko's first win over Samuel Bodu in the league. So that's also a plus for Prosper Nati. But for the game itself, I don't think it's a game that will give the league a good mileage in terms of how the league is. It's also give us, it comes back to the narrative that the league is, the standard has fallen, and we don't have much quality and all that. For me, I didn't enjoy this game at all. It was a flat game. I was expecting much more intense game and all that, but from the fans, because the stadium was not full. Your category A game, the stadium wasn't full. So from the fans to the game itself, I think we had a flat game today.
Okay.
Joe, first of all, going into this game, I think the media hype was very low. Like I mean, it was very low because compared this game to the President Cup, before the game, you could feel the euphoria. You could feel everybody was ready for the game. But then looking at this game, even after Thursday, when you go to town, you didn't feel there was a super clash coming up. And then I think they could have done better. And then going into the game, I think it is true. The game wasn't what we expected. I mean, a game of this caliber should at least been a bit fair. But then the referee will always be the talking point, looking at the penalty decision. Because Panete will be a happy man because at least he has beaten Richard, I think Samuel Bodu, so he will be a happy man. Samuel Bodu coming into this game had nothing to lose because, of course, he knew there was no way he would win this league. And then there was only one thing he was avoiding, that was defeat. He was avoiding defeat in the sense that he could have made a case after the league saying, though Kotoko won the league, but then they couldn't beat House of Folk. And then, unfortunately, that wasn't what happened. So they've done well. They've done well for winning the league. Though
they've not, you
they've
mean
not
run away? But as I stated, if Prosper is not able to win this league, he will not spend a second in Kumasi.
There's no way he's going to bottle this one. I mean, come on, Joe. There's no way.
It depends on his fixtures.
Now it's 52
Kotoko,
for Kotoko, 44 for Bechem. And House of Folk, they've dropped to the 6th position as it stands now. The only way that they can redeem themselves, probably
FA Cup,
finish in
Cup,
top 4, whilst they channel their energy to the MTN FA Cup.
If you look at Kotoko, if they will bottle this league, it will depend on the subsequent matches. If you look at the matches ahead, the only big opponents in it are, I think, Aduana Stars. They will play Aduana Stars, Ashanti Gold, and then Mediema. Those are the big games in there. And Kotoko are on form. Now they've extended their unbeaten run to 9 games. So you expect them to keep the momentum, because now you've won against Heart of Oak. So even if you are unbeaten before beating Heart of Oak, then it means the momentum will rather go high. So if you are meeting Real Tamale United, you know Kotoko will win. If you are meeting a team like Legon Cities, which you play at the Accra Sports Stadium, you will win. So I think Kotoko are in a better position to win this league. And with Prosper Nati bottling this league, it will be very difficult for me.
It's not going to happen.
8
like
points
it's
difference
not going to
between
happen.
the second place, Bechem United and Kotoko. That would be very difficult.
That would be very difficult. Now, let's wrap everything up in terms of your man of the match and the players who stood out for you. Even though it was generally a poor game, OJ, give me the two from Hans Kotoko that you think that they stood out for you.
From Kotoko, I would pick Maxwell Ajimane, though he was injured and subbed off, and then I also pick Fabio Gama, because looking at Fabio Gama, he was brought in to create chances, and then that was exactly what he did. Though he couldn't score, he missed I think 2 clear chances. He did exactly what he was brought on to do. And then on the side of Accra Folk, I think I'll pick Caleb, who came in late. I think I'll pick Caleb. And then though I was furious with Obin Jr., but looking at his work rate, his tackles, I think I also pick Obin Jr.
Let me take yours, then we'll end things here.
If you ask me to pick 2 players from Hartlepool, it will be difficult. I'm looking at how Kotoko played, Hartlepool played. It will be 1 player for me. That's Nuruddin. He was the standout player from the first half and then the second half.
What about Dennis Kosa? He prevented all. He prevented all the.
This is not.
He prevented all the threats from the both in Fuege and Tuga alongside his lane.
Well,
but then you know his standards. You understand?
Yes, you talk about standards.
So
okay.
You talk about what he's done since signing for Hartlepool, and you compare those performances to this one.
This game, yeah.
I mean, this is an average game. He had an average game, so I'll pick only 1 player from Hartlepool. That is Nuruddin Abdulaziz. Now to Kotoko, if I can pick 3, it will be good because Danlad Ibrahim did well.
He did what?
He did well. He kept a clean sheet.
Ibrahim Danlad did.
Now the second player will be Masola Ajman.
Clean sheets.
It was his first. Okay. It was his first super clash, and he impressed. He did very well.
Right, so Masola Ajman and Danlad.
And then the last one will be.
No, it's 2.
Obviously.
Right, that's Emmanuel Lenin. Thanks very much for joining us. Let me run you through the fixtures. The results from matchday 24 on Saturday. Ashanti Gold trashed Wafa by 6 goals to nothing. You are not getting the hat-trick at the Accra Stadium. Accra Lions beat Karela 1-0. Today, Great Olympics in Accra beat Diana Stars 2-1. Bechem United winning against BBN Gold Stars at the Bechem Park. Brekum Chelsea at Golden City beat Legon City's House of Oak lost in a super clash against Asante Kotoko. Frank Etuga scored from the sport. Medium at the Akun Community Park beat RTU by 2-1. Dreams FC and 11 Wonders played 1-1 draw, whilst Elmina Sharks they are coming back beat Kim Pfizer. Now the Ghana Premier League table was Asante Kotoko still leading 52 points, followed by Bechem, Mediama, Great Olympics, Adriana Stars and House of Oak, top 6. Now the bottom 3, Elmina Sharks occupying the 18th position with 18 points. Wafa might be the season that they say bye-bye to the Ghana Premier League, but they have a game in hand. They don't. 23, whilst RTU also 16 with 25, 11 Wonders also 15 with 25 points. So that's the ranking. Goken, Frank Etuga with 16 goals, followed by Brighter J 12, Yawano 11, Augustine Okra of Bechem United 10. Thanks very much for joining us. Thank you very much to OJ. Thanks for making your debut appearance on the commentary show. Thanks, Emmanuel, and in thanks to the entire production crew. And then to my birthday boys, Global Twins from Southbourne, you are watching us. Thanks very much. Tomorrow we'll do something. My name is Joel Leshen. Until we meet again, it's bye for now.